Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24 as we continue on here in the franchise, as we continue also on the road with two AL East road battles today. Starting off with this 4-game set in the Bronx against the New York Yankees. If you're excited for this, so make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as it'll be Marcus Stroman gracing the mound for the New York Yankees, the All-Star a year ago with the Chicago Cubs, before signing a 2-year, $37 million contract with the Yankees this offseason. New look here for Oakland. Miguel Andujar will lead off the day for the A's, and he will strike out looking on the low pitch. Next batter up, Ryan Noda, who actually leads the American League in strikeouts, something you don't want to lead in. He will actually draw a walk, though. That brings up Zach Geloff, who's hitting .243 on the campaign, and he swings through the nasty splitter. That's now 2 down for Stroman. Brings up Brent Rooker up next, and he can't connect on a slider, so the A's go down with 3 Ks in the top half. J.P. Sears, a lefty, will be gracing the mound here for Oakland, making his 5th start of the season. Some of them have been good, some of them have been not so good, with a 4.30 ERA. Leading off for the Yankees will be Anthony Volpe, the Gold Glove last year as a rookie, as he takes a 2-2 fastball and flies it out to Ruiz, who has great range out there in center. And we'll take a look at the Yankees lineup today. We saw Volpe. Next up, we'll see Oswald Peraza, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, the newest member of the Bronx Bombers, Giancarlo Stanton, Anthony Rizzo, DJ LeMahieu, Trent Grisham, and Ben Rochvet. Here is Peraza up next, 2-1 pitch to him. He chops this one to the left side of the infield. Allen plays it, sets his feet, but he can't get him at first base. Throw offline as well. They'll roll down an infield single. That'll bring up Aaron Judge, and he sees absolutely no good pitches. 4 balls. They're just going to walk him. Why not? That brings up Juan Soto. 1-2 pitch up the middle. Allen gets a nice dive, gets the runner at second, but they can't get Soto at first. But a great defensive play by Nick Allen to at least get one. That puts runners on the corners for Giancarlo Stanton, and he looks at strike 3. Slur catches the back door. We'll go bottom 3 now, back with Peraza as he starts this inning with a flare out to Allen. Judge up next. This time swings to the first pitch, and he rips this one to the right center gap, and it's off the wall. I thought for a sec they had a chance to get out of here, but instead Judge will hit a double. That is his 2nd of the season. Juan Soto up next. He swings at a pitch in the dirt, and he'll be thrown out at first for the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton, who we just saw strike out back in the 1st. 1-2 pitch. Stanton rips one to left field. No doubt about it. That one exploded off the bat. A fastball catching way too much of the plate. 420 blaze it for Stanton's 6th home run of the season. A good start for the 2017 NL MVP, coming off an abysmal 2023. So far, he's got his 2024 off to a nice start, and he's got the Yankees up to a 2-0 lead. Next batter is Anthony Rizzo, and the Riz Lord will hit this one softly into right field, where Rooker will make a nice diving play to end the 3rd. We'll go bottom 5 now with New York. Volpe up at the plate. He singles up the middle to begin this frame. Sears still on the mound. That brings up Peraza up next again. First pitch, there's going to be a runner going, though, and Volpe will steal second as he will get in scoring position off his 5th stolen base of the year. Later in the at-bat, Peraza grounds this one up the middle, and it's a weak one that gets through, though. And Volpe, because of the stolen base, is going to come around, and he's going to score. And the Yankees extend their lead now up 3-0. Next batter, Aaron Judge. First pitch, swinging again. He hits this one high and deep to center, but not deep enough. Ruiz is back, and he makes the 1st out of the inning. That brings up Juan Soto. First pitch to him, and he's going to turn on a fastball. He drills this one to right field, and it's out of here. Juan Soto, the newest New York Yankee, acquired in the offseason, the big trade from San Diego, hits a 2-run shot, his 7th of the season, enjoying the short porch out there in right, being in New York. He is a free agent after this year, and Soto is going to demand a pretty hefty check. 5-0 Yankees now, as Giancarlo, the other man to homer today, is up, and he will hit this one over to Noda, who will step on first base. Anthony Rizzo up next. 1-1 pitch to him. He also hits it over to Noda, and again he'll step on first base, but the Yankees are now up by 5 runs. We'll go top 6 to see what Oakland can do. Here's Jordan Diaz, who was called up last episode. Struck out in his first at-bat of the season in the 3rd, and then here he's going to ground this one over to second, where it'll be an easy play for Peraza. Carlos Perez getting the start at catcher today because of Tyler Soderstrom's groin injury, and Langoliers needing some time off as there's a fly out for the second out. That brings up Andujar up next. He gets a slurve, a nice pitch to hit, but gets a little underneath it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning here for Oakland, who are actually being no-hit through 6 innings. We'll go bottom 6 now, where Scott Alexander, the former San Francisco Giants, will come in relief, his 7th appearance of the season. Starts off with DJ LeMahieu up first, who sharply hits this one past the glove of Allen into center field for a leadoff single. That'll bring up Trent Grisham, the other man acquired in the Juan Soto trade. He chops it up the middle where Allen will step on the bag and turn to himself. A nice play there by Nick Allen. He's shown some good defense so far this season. That'll bring up Ben Rochvet, who's making his first appearance this season. 1 for 2 on the day. Full count pitch, and he will look at ball 4. Slider not even close to the zone. And we'll send us back to the top of the lineup with Anthony Volpe, who's singled and scored a run today. 2-0 pitch. Chopper over to second. Geloff will just go to second base, and that'll end at the 6th. Top 7 now. Still looking for our first hit for Oakland, but we don't got to wait any longer. Ryan Noda pokes this one into right field, and the no-hitter is officially dead thanks to the single from our first baseman. Next batter, Geloff. Very next pitch, chopper over to second, and going to go to short, over to first, but not a double play. Geloff beats the throw. It's a fielder's choice. So now with a speedy Geloff on first, we're going to try to take advantage. He's going to try to steal second, and he does. Geloff gets in ahead of the throw. That is his second stolen base of the year. Seth Brown up next, pokes this one into left field, and that will be caught. As it's now 5-1 Yankees. Sorry, I did drop a little bit of the recording here, so I could not get the run. But Rooker did hit in Geloff to make it a 5-1 game, and that'll be all we get in the 7th. That'll bring in Trevor Gott here in relief as he steps on the mound for his 9th appearance. He's getting the bottom of the 7th inning, starting off with Juan Soto, and he will get his 1 out of the frame and get a quick one. Ian Hamilton will come in the 8th inning for New York, making his 10th appearance of the year. 4.91 ERA. Nick Allen up first, and he swings through a slider. That's out number 1. How about Jordan Diaz? He chops it over to first. A great, nice heads-up play over there by Anthony Rizzo. He flips it over to Hamilton. And then Carlos Perez, he's swinging and missing as well. So an easy 1-2-3 inning for Hamilton. And we'll go into the 9th where Clay Holmes will join us. Not a save opportunity, but the Yankees will let the closer out of the bullpen. The first batter he faces is Miguel Andujar, and he strikes out on the slider. How about Ryan Noda? 1-2 pitch, same fate. Strikes out swinging on the slider, which means it's going to come down to Zach Geloff, who's 0 for 3 on the day. 0-2 pitch to him. He swings and misses inside on a sinker, and the Yankees will win Game 1 of this 4-game set by a final score of 5-1. The offense just really had 1 inning where they got 2 hits and they scored a run. That was it. The rest of the innings, they didn't get a single hit. 5 runs on 8 hits on the other side for the Yankees. Stroman gets the win. Sears gets the loss. And our offense just continues to be missing here in the later stages of April. Your player of the game will be Marcus Stroman, 7 strong innings. As like I said, we did get an RBI from Rooker. I apologize again for not showing it, but I just had some trouble with the recording in that spot. We do lose the second game as well, 6-1. The Yankees homer 4 times in this game, and Carlos Rodon pitches 7 strong innings. And in Game 3, win 9-8. Yes, out of nowhere, we score 9 runs and win a slugfest, which is not like us. The Yankees had 5 homers in this game, but Zach Geloff went 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs of his own. But we do drop Game 4 3-1. As the Yankees, in total in this series, hit 12 home runs against us. That's not ideal. Second half of this episode, we'll be going to Baltimore at Oriole Park to face the Baltimore Orioles on what is probably the most beautiful baseball stadium in the league, as the Baltimore Orioles sit at 12-12 on the season. We are now at 10-16, a 3-game stretch here to end the road trip. As you can see, Baltimore wearing their home City Connects tonight. Dean Kremer will get the nod here for the O's, making his 5th appearance. He's had 4 solid starts so far, 1.59 ERA, 1.19 whip. He'll start out the day against Zach Geloff, who's kind of become the leadoff man here for Oakland, and he swings through a 12-6 that you could have mashed. Missed opportunity there, but here's Ryan Noda up next, and he will not miss as he hits a fastball up the middle on the very first pitch he sees to get on board. That'll bring up Seth Brown in the 3-hole today. 1-2 pitch. He turns on a fastball and rips it to deep right field, where it will be caught for a second out. So we'll take a look at the Oakland A's lineup today. A little bit different than the Yankees have, as we'll see Brent Rooker up next, followed by Shea Langoliers back in the lineup. Esteury Ruiz in center hitting 6th. Andujar in the 7th spots, now underneath 300. Nick Allen and Abraham Torres. We are the worst team in the American League in OPS. Here's Brent Rooker up next. 0-1 pitch to him, and he turns on a fastball. He hits this one to left, and it's going to get past the glove out there for Hayes. One run is going to come around and score. It's an RBI triple for Rooker if he can beat the tag, and he does. An RBI triple for our All-Star from last year, and the A's don't waste any time getting a run today. Langoliers up next, though, hits a sharp circle change over to second where it's glove. But the A's, they give a run to Alex Wood to begin the day. Lefty will grace the mound, making his 6th appearance of the season. He'll start off his day against Cedric Mullins, the 2021 Silver Slugger Award winner, hitting .299 on the season. 1-2 pitch to him, and he'll swing through a slider running away. A nice pitch there by Wood to get the first K of the day. Austin Hayes up next. We'll look at a sinker, and he'll take first base, which will bring up Adley Rutschman. 2-1 pitch, chopper down the first base line. Beautiful play by Noda to knock it down, and he beats him by half a step. A beautiful 3 unassisted play. And we'll take a look at the O's lineup today. As next up, we'll see Anthony Santander, followed by Gunnar Henderson at third base, Ramon Urias, Ryan Mountcastle, Jordan Westburg, and Jorge Mateo. And they got to highlight Austin Hayes, hitting .333 on the campaign. He's been the best hitter for the Orioles so far this season. Here's Santander up next. First pitch swinging. He's going to hit this one to the left center gap, and it's going to get down. The 2-out nature, the runner was going, so that's an RBI single for Anthony Santander. And Baltimore wastes no time getting that run back. Gunnar Henderson will then swing and miss on a low sinker, so both teams score 1 in the first. We'll stick with the O's here. Bottom second is here Ramon Urias leading off with a shot over the glove of Brown in left field, and that's going to be a leadoff double for the Baltimore designated hitter. As Wood off to a rough start today, or is the second double of the season. Ryan Mountcastle up next. He has this one over to Noda, who bats it down, but he can't get him out at first. They're going to rule that one to base hits. It was a tough play, but I think it's one that Noda could have made. So now runners on the corners for Jordan Westburg over to Noda, who charges it. He goes to second, goes to first, gets the double play. Might have been able to get the runner if he went home. But instead we take the 2, but we're trailing 2-1. Inning not over as Jorge Mateo hits this one up the middle past the diving glove of Nick Allen. So that'll send us back to the top of the lineup. You can see him at first, and Wood, kind of occupied by his speed, throws a pitch in the dirt, and it allows Mateo to take second base without having to steal it. Later in the at-bat, Cedric Mullins bloops this one into left, and it's going to get down, and Mateo's 99 speed is going to round it, come home, and it will score. An RBI single for Mullins, and now the Orioles extend their lead. Hayes up next, chopper over to Geloff. He'll go over to first, but the Orioles now lead 3-1 after just 2 innings. Top 4 now here with Oakland as Shea Langoliers will swing through a 12-6 curveball as he will be the 4th strikeout of the day. Esteury Ruiz, another strikeout victim today, steps into the batter's box. 1-2 pitch, single up the middle. And the speedy center fielder will be on first base, and you always got to keep an eye on him. He's not going to steal second, though, this time. Miguel Andujar gets jammed on the sinker instead, and he bloops this one into right field, though, and Ruiz will get to third with ease. So now runners on the corners, 1 away for Nick Allen. First pitch, curveball, slaps it down to right field, and that's going to score Ruiz. The A's get a run back. It's now 3-2. Still only 1 away. Geloff now, after Toro gets out, rips this one to the third baseman. It'll be knocked down, but there's no play at first. So bases loaded, 2 outs for Ryan Noda. A big chance to get a run in here. He gets a sinker and rips it to right field. This one is deep and it's off the wall. Noda will head to second, and this will be a bases clearing double, and the A's take a 5-3 lead. Noda's pumped up, and why would he not be? Seth Brown up next. High curveball, tries to pull it into right, cannot. But Oakland gets the lead right back thanks to an offense that's waking up today. Tyler Wells will come in relief here in the 5th as Kramer only goes 4 innings. He starts off this inning with Brent Rooker, and he locks him up on a changeup or a curveball inside. How about Shea Langoliers? Full count. He looks at a curveball that misses. So our catcher will take first base. Gonna bring up Esteury Ruiz. First pitch swinging, slaps it into right field, but this one will be caught for the second out of the inning. Gonna bring up Miguel Andujar. He's got a base hit today, and he drives a cutter deep to left field. This sends Hayes back, but he has enough space, and Oakland will get nothing in the fifth. Scott Alexander will again come out in relief. He's been our go-to middle relief guy so far this season. He begins the bottom half of the sixth against Anthony Santander, who has an RBI today back in the first. And he'll begin the bottom of the second with a base hit into right field. So the Orioles trying to get that run back. Gunnar Henderson up next. We'll chop this one over to Allen, who charges. He'll get the runner at second, but they can't get him at first base. A fielder's choice. Urias up next, 2-2 pitch. Skies on to right center, where Urias will easily rein over. And that'll be out number 2. Ryan Mountcastle up next, 1-0 pitch to him. He chops this one down the third base line and fair. Brown will cut it off, but Henderson's got some speed. They're going to wave him home. They're going to get aggressive, and he's thrown out at the plate with ease. A aggressive call backfires for the Orioles, as that'll end the sixth. Dylan Tate will come in relief here in the eighth for Baltimore, as he begins the day with a Ruiz walk. Now, he didn't steal the first time, but you can't expect him to not try to steal twice. This time he is going to try to steal, and he gets it with ease. He'll take second base on what already is his 8th stolen base of the season. So now he's in scoring possession, and Miguel Andujar will look at a sinker he probably should have swung at. That brings up Nick Allen up next, who has an RBI today, but he swings through a low slider for out number 2. How about Abraham Toro? Circle change, slaps it down to third base, and gets thrown out at first. The A's get nothing in the top of the 8th. We'll go bottom 8, where Zach Jackson will come in, setting up for the 9th inning. He's got 1 hole already on the season. Starts off his day against Austin Hayes, who slaps this one into right field, and that's going to be the leadoff single, which means the tying run is at the plate. It's Adley Rutschman, 2-1 pitch, and he hits this one back up the middle. A back-to-back singles puts the tying run now at first base, and then go-ahead run at the plate. It's Santander, who's 2 for 3 today, make it 2 for 4. Circle change low, gets him. Henderson up next, 1-2, bloops this one into left, and it's going to get down. The runner will come around and score, and the O's cut the lead in half, 5-4, thanks to the single from Gunnar Henderson. Ramon Urias up next, chopper over to Noda at first, he'll go to second, back over to first, and that'll end the inning. The A's now only have a 1-run lead. Danny Colombe will come in, the lefty tasked with trying to preserve just a 1-run deficit, but a 9.95 ERA so far this season is not ideal. He will allow a leadoff single to Zach Geloff, so interesting choice by Baltimore to let him into the game. And, well, he's already given up a hit. Ryan Noda up next swings through a curveball he wishes he had a second chance at. Seth Brown will then step into the batter's box, 0 for 3, but he did walk back in the 7th. And he will walk back again here. Curveball misses. That's now 2 on for Oakland, and it's time for Brent Rooker. He has an RBI triple back in the first inning. First pitch to him. He turns on a cutter and he hits it into left field for a base hit. 1 run will come around and score, and the Oakland Athletics will get it right back, extend their lead back up to 2. It's now 6-4, and you got 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 away. Jay Langolier's up next, the infield playing in, but the pitch in the dirt gets away from the catcher, and the infield's not going to matter because the wild pitch is going to score a run. 7-4 now in favor of Oakland. Later in the at-bat, Langoliers will draw a walk, so he'll be on first base. At least the double play is in order, but they're going to bring in Jacob Webb, the righty, out of the bullpen. 19.50 ERA, so not much better. Now, Oakland has the speedy Ruiz at the plate. Baltimore's playing in. A double play would end the inning, so they're going to lay down a butt. Great call here. You're not going to be able to get Ruiz to turn 2, so you score the run, and you get to keep everybody on base. So a great call there by Mark Kotze to have Ruiz lay down the bunt. Extends it now 8-4 game, but unfortunately Andujar and Allen will swing and miss. That makes it an 8-4 game, and well, we're going to go to the end of this one. The Orioles will drop it here in game 1. 8 runs scored by the Oakland Athletics offense. Not sure where this came from, but hopefully we can hold this momentum. We take game 1 of 3-game set here at Baltimore. Both teams with 11 hits, but it was the Athletics who had 8 runs to the Orioles 4. Wood gets the win, Kramer gets the loss, and Jackson gets the save because it was a save opportunity technically when he came into the game. Player of the game will be Brent Rooker with a triple and a double in this one and driving home at 2 as he continues to be our star on offense. Game number 2, we win as well 8-1. So back-to-back games where we score 8 runs. And JP Sears, complete game, 1 runs, only 3 hits given up. A great performance by him. Fortunately, we don't keep it up though. In game 3, we lose 7-1 thanks to a grand salami from Gunnar Henderson in the first, and we just never recover. Next episode, we will get into the month of May and return home to Oakland with 3 games set against Pittsburgh and Miami as we look to continue on with this series. Already a month down here in year 1. We're making great progress, and I hope you guys have enjoyed these episodes. If you have, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.